Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, good evening. How are you doing? This is Joe Beard, and we appreciate you listening in tonight. Tonight is a special 8 to 5 episode where we did not get too much time to have any introductory or conclusive statements or songs. So we'll go ahead and start playing the episode about being Bout It with Chris Jones. All right, we are now here with Chris Jones. What's going on tonight, Chris Jones?
Man, what's up, Joseph Beard, man? I am great, man. You know why I'm great? Because I am off work, brother. I just got off that doggone 9 to 5 and all the way live, and I am home, man, relaxing and maxing. About to cook me some good tilapia. But nevertheless, yo, I am great, man.
I appreciate that, man. That's really cool. We wanted to talk to you tonight about being Bout It and what people need to do to get right with the fitness. You know what I mean? How do you feel about being Bout It, Chris Jones?
Well, first of all, you know, that is our topic. But we use it in a slang term, you know, being Bout It. Being Bout It, being ready to do. Being on the mind of whatever goes down, I can handle it. Or using that mindset in a positive. Being Bout It, being ready, being on the point, being on the subjection level of saying, hey, I got this because I want it. Now, when we talk about being Bout It, we talk about people investing in their health and their fitness. We don't see that like we need to. We don't see people investing in their health. We see people buying clothes. We see people buying bad, nasty old food. We see people buying, and ladies, I'm gonna get on you. We see people buying hair and weave and perms and stuff like that. When you can take care of that whole situation by investing in yourself. And Joe, it's gotten to a point now that sometimes it's sad. It's sad because we don't see the bigger picture. Black, white, pink, or purple. We don't see the bigger picture. But I really have to put my finger on our black race because I am a black man, African American myself. It's very serious that I see my sisters and my brothers get themselves in shape. Now, at the gym that I work at, it's a predominantly white gym and Hispanic. We have a lot of Hispanics that come to our gym. We have a lot of whites. Majority of the people that I train are usually white and Hispanic. We have a lot of blacks that go to our gym, but yet still, they don't invest in their health and their fitness. They'll rather do other things, you know. And you know, I like to have a great time too, Joe. And I know you're listening to me right now, but I like to have a good time. I like to go out and you know, have a ball and you know throw my dollars out like I'm big time. But at the same time, I must invest in my fitness. Nothing else, nothing more. I don't think that people realize how important it is. And Joe, you know it's important. You know your life would be different if you did not go out, work out, go to the pool, swim, take care of your body. You're there for those children. You're there for your wife because your health and fitness is very serious. And I know you take it serious, and that's one thing I appreciate about you.
Yeah. You know, one thing I really think about being fit and fitness is, you know, like always being healthy. Like that's one thing for me, especially like when you get into a work environment where you're dealing with a lot of people. A lot of people sometimes get colds, excuse me, and they'll be sick, and then they'll bring that into work. But if you are on your fitness and you are on your game working out, you know, those people and those germs don't affect you the same way. Whereas, like, if you're not working out, you know, you're more susceptible to get sick. So, you know, that was one thing.
System.
Yeah. That's one thing I definitely noticed myself. Why do you think people don't invest in their fitness? You know, you kind of got into it a little bit. earlier, but like, why do you think people would rather? Or
because
what do you
they
think?
want the quick fix, Joe. They want the quick fix. They'll take a pill. They'll starve themselves, or they'll subject themselves to taking other kind of over-the-counter and under-the-counter supplements that try to help people to lose weight or get in shape and tone up. They don't never take the time to develop themselves, to dedicate themselves to fitness. You know, we'd rather buy, like I said, we'd rather buy other things. And ladies, if you're listening right now, I have to really get on you. I did some research, Joe. I did some research on hair, weave, and extensions.
Wow. Okay.
Do you know, and I maybe you don't know this, and guys, if you're listening, this is going to catch your eye. Do you know that the weave, predominantly those people that wear the good quote-unquote weave, it costs like $300 just for the hair alone.
What?
Did you know that? Yeah. If you go get some Remy, and I'm going ahead and call out names. If you go get some Remy costs $200 to $300.
Like the bottle.
Yeah, the box of hair. It's real hair, but it costs $200 to $300. Ladies, buy this, and this is the thing that I'm getting at. It's a way you look. It's you get this hair because you want to look a certain way. Why can't you do the same thing for your body and your health? It's so serious. That's what I'm talking about, Joe. Be about it. That's not being about it to me. You got some $200-$300 hair in your head, but your body look like 2 cents.
Right. Or either you got to have the body to at least go with the hair, because if you're going to drop $300 on the hair, are you putting the $300 then in your body? You know.
Right. But this even it's another catch to it. Okay, you pay $300 for some hair. You got to pay $250 for that person to put that hair in your head. So you just pay almost you pay $550 to get a look that's not your look. You are buying something that does not belong to you, one. Number two, you are buying something to make yourself, enhancing yourself, to look better. Instead, enhancing yourself on a physical, getting your life right, getting your fitness right, eating right, doing the right things, strengthening the immune system, strengthening the bones, strengthening the muscles and the muscle fibers, being more motivating, being more agile and mobile and more hostile. And I got to say it like that, Joe, because you got to be mobile, hostile, and agile. But, these are the things that I'm talking about. We'll go out there and buy some food. We'll go out there and go to McDonald's and buy these old nasty old meals. And then, when it all ends up and when it's all tallied up in the end, we are spending a lot of money on things that we don't need to, a lot of money on things that is not necessary. We'd rather do this instead of, we got a bill to pay, we'll pay our bills. If we got a health bill to pay, we're paying health bills. But yet still, you can subsidize, you can suck that up, and that going to execute those bills out your way, because if you're healthy, you don't have to worry about that stuff, Joe. So, you don't have to worry about it.
Right. So it's a couple ways I got to ask you. Okay, so for one, let's talk about the stereotypes first.
Okay.
We talked about some women. We talked about the hair weave. I thought when you said the $300, that was including the installation.
No, Joe. No.
That's like a car parts. Those sound like car.
That's an alternator, man.
Right.
That's an alternator. That's 4 tires on the drop top Gremlin.
Right.
That's 4 tires on a regular car. Seriously.
It really is. Okay, so the stereotypes, we could talk about that. I know the sisters, our black women out there, which I love very much. There is definitely a fear of sweating their hair. They do not want to. They don't want to get their hair wet. And then, of course, you go into the gym maybe 5 to 6 times a week. You sweating that out every morning, if you do have something. is there a way to get past that? I mean, like what, or is like what is the mentality?
So you know how you get past that. You overlook that and you look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is saying that you are trying to be healthy, and you're talking about, well, you didn't know that it costs this much. Yeah, it costs this much. But then on top of that, you go and buy an outfit. You go buy some clothes. You get your nails done. Your nails cost them $40, $50. You're doing all this to enhance yourself, but you're not enhancing your physical. You're doing the substitutes. You're putting the icing on the cake before the cake is even done. That's what I'm getting at, Joe. Being about it. I am not seeing that anymore. People are not about it. They are just routed. When I say they are routed, they are rerouted on the wrong level. They're going in the wrong direction. And you're talking about things that we do. What about your immune system being stronger? If your immune system is stronger, hey, your body is strengthening. If you're working out and you're taking care of that body, you live longer. You take off the years of unhealthiness. If you're eating right and living right and doing the things that you need to do, the necessities to keep this body at 10-10, 20-20, whatever, you are going to get something out of it, and that's called good results.
All right, so definitely good results. That's something that we're looking for, and we basically, I guess we've broken down, I guess we can get it to, because, other women, I know that, the white women and, other women, they're busting out the weave too.
Wait a second, hold up. And I don't mean to cut you off, Joe, but white women started weave before we even started weave.
Right,
so,
right. Well,
let's go ahead and just be real about this thing.
Right. I just wanted to put that. I didn't want the sisters out there to think that we were just singling them out, But definitely, it's definitely so much to make the man, look at them and catch in their eye. How can we attack this? How do we get started? You know what I mean? Or how do we all get started? Because the dudes could look tight too. The dudes, they going up to the club no matter what type of job they got or whatever. They got to be like, yo, girl, what up, boom, boom. But they got to come looking correct too,
Okay, let's get on the dudes real quick.
Just real quick.
I did some other research. I'm just hit it real quick. We buy clothes. Majority of the time, guys got to go in some name brand stuff. Am I lying?
Oh wow!
Am I lying?
That's a good point.
We got to get in some name brand stuff. Instead, we're buying $200-300 shirts. We're getting name brand shoes. We're getting all these things that enhance our look. We buy diamond earrings that we put in our ears. We buy this cologne that we want to smell good. We buy all these things. Hey, let's even get more real. We buy add-ons, physical add-ons. Guys are getting implants in their chest. Guys are getting implants in their legs. They're getting, they want to develop legs. Hey, get an implant. You don't have to worry about working out. Hey, you want some chest? Get you some implants. I see it all the time, and I'm telling you, it's out there bad. It's out there bad because we would rather take the easy route instead of taking the right route. And the right route is working out and taking care of this body, Joe, period.
That's outstanding, man. So how do we get started? You know what I mean? Like, what do we need to do?
The first thing to get started is make a decision. Make the decision and live with it. I want to get in shape. I want to dedicate myself to my health and fitness. I want to feel better about myself. I want to look better. These are the things, these are the statements you have to make to yourself. You have to get the mind, the psyche, the aura of working out in your head to discipline yourself, to push yourself. People look at the easy route all the time. And I believe in working smarter, not harder. But at the same time, when I'm working smarter and I'm working hard at the same time, I'm thinking about the longevity of life. I'm thinking about how good I'm going to feel. I think about how good I'm going to look. I think about all these things, all these antecedents, and people will do everything under the like I said, to get started, it's all about the mind. Subject yourself to saying, well, I'm not going to pay this bill. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to buy all this fast food. I'm not gonna make a bill for myself, buying hair weave. And I know I'm going in this gym. I'm going to get myself right. I'm going to get my physical on. I'll get the hair weave later because my body's going to look great, so my hair's got to look great too.
Right.
It's just so much I can take about it, and I can stand. But our sisters and our brothers are not taking care of themselves. We have situations with breast cancer. We have situations with high blood pressure. We have situations with men having lack of sperm, lack of the things that make them good. As far as we're not talking about estrogen. We're talking about the things that men have. We're talking about men being developed. We're talking about men. That's another thing too, Joe. Men develop better when they are physically active.
Right.
And when I say develop, I'm talking about sexually. Your body flows better. Your T cells are stronger. I'm talking about physically. Your body flows better. Your strength is up. Your development, your muscles increase. It's just so much. And men don't have estrogen, but women have estrogen. And with the development of estrogen is an increase that the body has done. The increase comes from the exercise.
Okay, so we get started basically like you said, we spending the money on the shirts and all that. If we could at least say, okay, this is how much I'm spending on this shirt, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know, maybe take a quarter or half of what I'm spending on this to do something for my body. We can get started for something like that. Okay, so like, get us a trainer. Okay, right. We hire Chris Jones or get another personal trainer wherever we are, or find a gym or something like that.
But Joe, a membership costs like $20.
Right.
What do you do with $20? I mean, what are families doing with $20? They're buying fast food. That's what I'm saying.
A month.
Yeah,
I mean, more than that, a month.
Wrong things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 20 to 30. I mean, for 1 month, you probably doing that in the weekend. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, what about? Let's talk about like how often. Like we've started. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna devote this much of my money to getting a gym membership or getting a personal trainer. How often should we work out? Or how often should we try to...
At least 3 days out the week. At least 3 days out of the week. Because you have different body parts that you have to attack. And if you really want to attack them correctly, every different body part has a separate day. You have your push-pull situation. That's what we call it. Push-pull meaning your chest and your tries. Those are pushing muscles. Your back and your buys, those are pulling muscles. And then you have your legs. Those are 3 days that you work out. Simple and plain. We don't have to make this in Chinese trigonometry and make this so hard that you got to do this, you got to do that. It's called being diligent, and that's being about it. Being diligent. You're diligent, and you're set in your discipline. You are on a mission. You are on a mission of what? Health. And the thing is, like I said, $20, $30 to get a membership. You know how much a regular personal trainer can cost? You can get a personal trainer for $300, Joe.
Right. Well,
and that's 12 sessions.
And that's like the same as like the nice box of hair or the nice shirt. You know
that's
what I mean?
That Remy Red. You can get that Remy Red, ladies, for $300. You can get the same thing. $300, you can get a personal trainer, somebody to take care of you, somebody to focus on your development, somebody to help you get your results. A meal plan costs about $150 to $200, Joe.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm talking about from a standard nutritionist. Like I said, we would do everything under the sun, but we won't do the things that are important, and that's taking care of our bodies. I hope y'all are listening out there because I'm about to get mad about this situation because I see it every day.
Yeah, well, I want to get into that because I'm looking at the clock and it's like, dang, it's time rolling away from us. Let's get into the nutrition part of what we talking about tonight. We spending it on the fast foods. We decided that. Okay, let's for the sake of the podcast, let's say we got the what is it, the Remy Red, Chris Jones?
The Remy Red, baby. The
Remy Red, and then I guess some guy has, some expensive suit or outfit, including everything he gonna bust out or whatever. We decide we gonna take 50% of that total money. We gonna take that out and put it towards putting our body in shape. Now, we done got the gym membership, the personal trainer, how often we go. What's the next quarter's got to be what we spending on putting in our stomach, what we eating with, Chris Jones.
Okay, first of all, yeah, I have to say this too. It is harder and it's more expensive to eat healthy. But at the same time, let's look at the longevity of things. We're eating more healthier. That means our body is making more estrogen. Our body is building up the protein because the muscles build off protein. Our bodies are putting in more of the things that it needs, and we are not paying those high health bills and the health care situations and taking care of this body and letting somebody else take care of our body. Or we're not. Joe, I have to put it out there. Man, I've seen people at the gym, females and males, they are getting these injections. Oh, my gosh, Joe. They're getting injections. To get an injection, like a Botox injection, you're paying about $200.
Well, okay.
Did you know that?
Well, okay, now Botox. Now, I have heard of that. I'm just not real familiar.
Mm-hmm.
You get the shot on the face somewhere, right?
Oh, you can get a shot on the face. You can get implants in your glutes like that. You can get implants and shots in your legs and your calves. You can get shots like to define your arms and your chest. The easy way out. Not only that, you're thinking about what you're going to look like now, but you're not understanding what you're going to feel like later when you get older. And those things are sagging, and then you got your body's not developed, the muscles are not developed. Man, it's just so much to it.
Yeah, I mean, there is no substitute for hard work, on this earth and in reality. That's just the whole long and the short of it, really. It's nothing that you could really do to chop it down like that. That's crazy. I didn't know it was that prevalent. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as prevalent, I mean like not on the face, but like on the legs and on the arms for the definition and all that. So,
hey, I'm even take it to another level. Did you know they put snake venom in some of this stuff?
Oh no.
Yeah, man.
That's
snake
crazy.
Venom.
You got to know what you're putting in your body. You know what I'm saying?
You got to know what you're putting in your body, but in the end, is it going to be helpful? Is it going to be substantial to your health and your longevity of life?
Right.
That's what you got to think about.
So what?
You think about. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because we somewhat close to the end. I want to ask you a couple things about the food. What foods should we avoid?
Well, the things that we should avoid. I'll just be honest with you. We got proteins. You got things like chicken, fish, and turkey. Those are your proteins. The muscle is built off of protein. Then one thing that you need to get rid of or push away from so much is the pork. The beef is not the beef. I call the beef a thief because the beef sits in your stomach and it doesn't dissolve. You do not break down beef. If you look at a piece of meat, steak will stay the same if you put it outside. It will look the same. And after a while, it might decay a little bit, but it takes so long, and that's what it does in your body. So, in other words, you need more green and leafy vegetables. You need more roughage in your life. Roughage in your life will make you about it. Roughage in your life will give you more fiber. Roughage in your life will give you more carbs, good carbs. Roughage in your life will help you flush that system. which ladies you don't do very much of.
Really?
Yeah.
So I guess it's not really a feminine thing, you know what I mean?
It's not. It's not just a feminine thing, you know. Flushing the body is one thing, you know, and we get real on our podcast up here. You know, flushing the body, some ladies don't have bowel movements every day. You need to have a bowel movement for every meal that you have.
Right.
You eat 3 times a day, so you should have at least 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. Women can go weeks. So women can go days. When we went to Johnson C. Smith, they used to put laxatives in the cafeteria food to make people use the bathroom, to make the women flush their systems because they were so uncomfortable living in a dorm or something like that, and that they wouldn't have bowel movements. They wouldn't flush their systems. And this is one of the things that we had to get on, you know, so that's what they did in the cafeterias. But, you know, that's another story in itself. But just getting back to, you know, nutrition-wise, even if you go back to the Old Testament, Methuselah, all these people, Hera, they all lived for years, 200, 300 years. But back in the Old Testament, they didn't eat animals. They gave them like as execution, or they this was a sign of God, so they would kill the ram in the bush. You know, they would make a sacrifice. They wouldn't use that meat as a food.
Right.
They would use nothing but roughage.
Right.
Vegetables was a prevalent thing, and they lived longer. I mean, it shows in the Bible all the time.
Right.
And, you know, I know some people are not on the religious tip, but it's a lot of things that you have to realize. And it speaks in the Word, it speaks in life. You have more roughage, more vegetables. You have more of this around you. This is what you need to eat. Stop eating the dough. Stop eating the bread. Stop eating the white bread, because white bread is not. Bread is not white. I'm sorry about that, Joe. Bread is not white. Bread is brown. We need grains.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay, yeah. You stopped for a second, but I see you caught yourself. You were saying you need more grains. Right quick, man. We at the end of the podcast. Well,
yeah.
Can you just throw out there? I know people talk about like we supposed to eat at certain times, like we supposed to stop eating at a certain time. First of all, is that true? And second, if we do have to eat past that time, what's something that we could get away with?
Okay.
And you got like 2 minutes. You got like 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, this is the thing, and I'm gonna put it real simple, not Chinese trigonometry. 5 meals a day. 5 meals a day. If you're trying to lose weight, 5 meals a day. If you're trying to increase in muscle mass, you need 4 to 5 meals a day. You need to increase with your muscle mass as far as if you weigh an X amount of poundage. If you weigh 200 pounds, you need to put at least 200 to 5 grams of protein in your system. But this is the eating thing. You have to get on a level of getting those meals in your system, ladies and gentlemen, because those meals will help you either speed up the metabolism or either develop more muscle. To increase, you have to increase on your health as far as eating correctly. It's what you put in your system is what comes out. And, you know, there is some things that we can do to get off of, you know, eating late. You do have a cutoff time. Your cutoff time is like 8 o'clock. It's done. You want to keep the metabolism fast. You want to keep the body fast. So you eat these meals during the duration of the day, and then you cut it off. If you want to eat something after hours, fruit, vegetables, that's a good thing. Nuts, those are things that are good. You don't have to eat a big burger. You don't have to eat this steak. You don't have to eat a piece of candy and all that stuff. Eat something healthy. Put something in your system that will work and benefit you.
All right, Chris Jones, appreciate that, man. We out of here, man. We probably only got 30 seconds for up top, but thanks again, Chris Jones.
Hey.
And we back up here up top, and we don't have too much time left, but Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and remember, the eye is a better pupil and more willing than the ear. Advice may be misleading, but examples are always clear. Thanks a lot, Chris Jones, and thank you.